The simp economy just collapsed.
With the collapse of the simp economy, there's not even worthwhile trash to pick up anymore. This young lady tried to capitalize on a couple's argument by scavenging for discarded gifts to make some money, but when she opened one, it turned out to be just a bag of dates. Look, there's a couple arguing over there. Oh my gosh, the gift is from Dior. I really don't understand how you can get rejected after giving a Dior gift. What's going on here? Dude, you're something else. Putting dates in a Dior box to give to a girl? I thought I scored when I picked this up. Do you think that's fair to the girl receiving the gift? She opened it full of hope, only to find dates inside. You don't even deserve me picking it up. No wonder you're single. Oh well, I'll take it anyway. Dates are pretty tasty and good for the blood. She also remarked, this year the gifts from guys are especially cheap.
The simp economy just collapsed. Guys, the simp economy just collapsed, and as you guys saw in the preview, women are literally scavenging through the trash and eating garbage out of the trash while berating the men that the gifts were still not good enough. This is the reality that we now live in. Watch the end of the video to fully understand the effects of the collapse of the simp economy and how this is going to affect women significantly going into the future. This video comes from China Observer, so go and check them out and support their content. And now let's just go ahead and jump right back into the video.
This video content creator tried to make some money on May 20th by picking up unwanted gifts from others, only to find that with the poor economy, there were no gifts to collect. Whose handsome guy's gift is this, left here? Come claim it. Let's get a close-up. I told you not to be a content creator, and here you are, out at night picking up trash. Maybe it's because the economy is bad now, so people are afraid to buy gifts, and we can't even find trash. But there are so many people picking up trash today. Everyone wants to get something cheap. Wow, we found a treasure. There's an Armani lipstick hidden in these flowers, just perfect for me. The person who gave the flowers understands romance, but we ended up with it. Those people who found LV and Hermes gifts today, where do you think they picked them up? It's all staged. On May 20th, the Chengdu metro station entrance became an internet sensation. The trash cans outside the station were piled high with beautifully packaged flowers, with no one claiming them. This scene sparked heated discussions online, with many female viewers expressing their feelings that their lives were worse than a trash can, which was filled with flowers, while they received none. The collapse of the simp economy is most accurately felt by merchants. Many flower shops, jewelry stores, and hotels hoped to cash in on the holiday, but reality dealt them a heavy blow. The owner of a Suibei gold store in Shenzhen recorded a video complaining that this year's sales were the lowest ever.
Based on the sales data from previous stores, the sales performance on this year's May 20th is probably the worst ever. For those running hotels, restaurants, and flower shops, how are you holding up?
Additionally, this hotel owner complained.
In previous years, the king-size beds for May 20th were fully booked well in advance, and prices would have gone up by now. But today, I noticed that on C-Trip and Meituan in Xi'an City, the prices for king-size rooms in all central business districts and popular tourist spots, like the Bell and Drum Tower and the giant Wild Goose Pagoda, start at 100 yuan. The prices are generally between 100 and 200 yuan, which is lower than in previous years. Including my hotel, we still have a dozen or so-called king-size rooms available. So I think the market is really struggling. Anyone thinking of investing in the hotel business should be extremely cautious.
The most noteworthy is the flower industry, which relies heavily on luck and has been significantly impacted by the economic downturn. For flower suppliers, May was originally a peak season for buying and selling flowers. It starts with the May Day wedding season, followed by Mother's Day, and then the climax with May 20th. Flowers represent romance, surprise, and a touch of joy in an everyday life. The more people crave this sweetness, romance, and surprise, the higher the price goes, with the industry growing by over 10% annually due to demand. but the upstream of the flower industry is undergoing a massive transformation. Once prominent unicorn companies are now in decline. Amora Flora, the first listed flower e-commerce company, was forced to delist in 2019. The chill in the industry has directly affected downstream flower retail stores. The lady in the video is a flower shop owner. The prices of flowers in her shop on this year's May 20th hit a new low, and sales were dismally poor. Yesterday, I said it didn't have high hopes for this year's May 20th, but reality turned out to be even worse than I imagined. The price of flowers has taken a nosedive over the past 2 days, catching everyone off guard. A few days before May 20th, flower merchants stocked up at the highest prices. When I placed my orders on the platform, it was also at peak prices, but today, the prices have plummeted to rock bottom.
You see, guys, when men walk away, when men say we are done, it destroys the economy. The simp economy is such an important part of the global economy that the fact that men are now done courting women, the men are done trying to buy love, find love. They're figuring, you know what? I'll just take this money and spend it on myself. Men are beginning to realize that, hey, I'm wasting all of this money trying to court someone who's not going to even be physically intimate with me. Oh, I'm going to take her out on a date, and maybe, just maybe, I'll get lucky. And now the guys are like, wait a minute, that's not going to happen. She made me take her to go on this expensive date, and she ate a ton of things. There's no way that that physical intimacy could ever happen. All right? Because she's going to be gassy afterwards. So I'm the fool here. All right? And on top of it, she doesn't even appreciate me. She treats me like crap. I could have taken that money and spent it on myself. I could have bought myself multiple new games with that. I could have bought myself some crypto. I could have let the money sit in the bank. All of the money that I've been spending on these women, I could use it to invest. I can build that up and have a nest egg for a rainy day. And if I want physical intimacy, I'll do what I've always done and just use my hand. In fact, a lot of women, because of the way that they're behaving today, they're causing men to essentially become eunuchs, where a lot of these men begin to lose the desire for relationships. When they see the way that women speak, the way that they behave, it turns men off. It makes them begin to say, this is how women act. This is how women respond. This is how women think. Why am I'm losing attraction. I am losing desire. I would just rather stay by myself and do things that make me happy. Even if you take everything away from me, I'll grab a notepad and I'll just start working on art and drawing pictures and sharing my pictures online with other men. And some of these men might say, "Oh, wow, I like your picture. I will buy some from you." And or maybe I'll work on music and share it among other men. That's kind of where the manosphere is going, guys, where men from different walks of life begin sharing their interests and sharing value with other men, and then they are rewarded for this. And that becomes a separate economy in of itself. Guys, the manosphere economy, okay? And as a result of that, a lot of women are now trying to enter into this economy, but men decide who they're going to spend their money on. And, of course, unfortunately, there's a lot of simps in the manosphere. The reason why there are a lot of simps in the manosphere is because, they have nowhere else to go. But regardless, the men who see what, what women are trying to do, that step into this space, they'll just walk away. So the simps can have them. And even then, if they don't know how to act right, a lot of the simps will run away as well because they were shut out of society. The simps, a lot of simps have been pushed out of society, which is one of the reasons why the simp economy is moving overseas. Women made this decision. They chose this for themselves. They said, we don't want you. Leave us alone. We don't want, men should not even be able to gather amongst themselves privately anymore. And so what have men done? Men have listened and they've walked away. I've talked about it plenty of times in other videos where women are now, they're reading books about Satan and promoting books where they get into relationships with demons. And you have sim pastors who are looking past this and telling men that they need to go and sacrifice themselves for women in society so that they can have a good legacy. Like, what the hell?
I love reading A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch by Sarah Hawley, which is the sequel to A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, which I absolutely freaking adore. One of my favorite rom-coms of all time. It is so much fun. I was not prepared for like how hilarious the antics in this book were.
Wooing a witch, A Demon's Guide for Wooing a Witch. Oh, it's just cute fun. It's just cute fun. Guys, going MGTOW at this point is becoming like biblical. It says if you can do it, in the Bible it says if you can do without a woman, it's best to do that. Keep in mind, only around 30 to 40% of men throughout history ever reproduce, while 80% of women reproduce, which means that women were more than happy to reproduce and share the same man. While a lot of men simply opted out of dating relationships and just walked away, or more so went their own way and separated themselves from society and relationships entirely. Guys, the collapse of the simp economy is going to lead to a lot of women falling into extraordinary states of destitution, collapsing of various industries, hotel industries, real estate, everything, not just wedding industries, but industries that depend upon families, industries that produce baby things related towards children, toys. A lot of these industries are going to begin to collapse just over the next couple of years because they were already on life support. Okay, the collapse of the simp economy is also going to leave a lot of women in extraordinary destitution, homelessness, poverty, living in their cars, living on the streets, living in the woods. It's going to be hard, and the government is broke. The government cannot subsidize them, not in the United States and not in China. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. What do you guys think regarding all of this? The simp economy just collapsed. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away. And cheers.